Hi, everyone. This is Susie J. Cobwebs, and this is going to be one of my shows that I wanted to do an interview. So, I wanted to do an interview with one of my topics. It's called Love Simple Wins. Now, Love Simple Wins could be just anything that made you happy or was inspiring. Um, a lot of things in the world that we actually take for granted, but no one really even considers them. So, this is why I wanted to bring people onto my show and at least let them see you and other people that we can inspire everyone. So, I actually met one of my friends on Facebook and I have been watching her for a while. I know that sounded kind of creepy. I'm sorry. But she's actually inspired me on a lot of things. One, I know she is a mama. We are going to get into that in a second. And she's also a makeup influencer. Now, as you all know how much I really wear makeup, or don't, because I really don't. But the fact that is I actually constantly like to watch her and enjoy watching her shows when she was doing the Facebook Live shows. So I thought this would be something kind of cool and interesting for her. So I would like to actually introduce my friend, Nancy Kennedy. How are you doing, Nancy?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So let me ask you a few questions. Like, where are you from?
Michigan.
Michigan.
In like the Detroit area.
Oh, I'm actually from Pennsylvania. So I just literally got inside before it started thunderstorming. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to end up, but we're going to try. So one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on to the show is you've inspired me, and I just wanted to have you inspire others also. So in some of your videos, I've noticed that you had children. How many do you have?
4. Well, 5. Sorry. I have 4 boys and a bonus daughter.
Oh my goodness. How old are they?
I have, my oldest is 14, and then I have my other son, my second son will be 13 in 2 weeks. And then I have a 10-year-old. My bonus daughter will be 10 in August, and then Logan's 5.
Wow. You have your hands full. Like, I knew you had kids, but wow. How do you keep up with that?
Coffee.
I don't know. I mean, even with me, I have a son and a daughter, but they're grown. But even when I kind of look back and I see, okay, you did the school thing, you did the husband thing, you did the wife thing, you did the work thing. And now I look back and I'm thinking, how did I do that?
Right.
But hey, you did.
Right.
You know?
Somehow.
Right. Now, are you, not that I know this is kind of like personal, but are you like married, have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Married?
Yep.
Wonderful. How long have you been married?
8 years, I think. Next week.
8 years, I think. Oh, okay. So, in other words, you have many boys in the house.
Yes. Lots.
How do you budget the food bill?
I actually have we have a snack bowl, so they can have like as many snacks in that bowl every day, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Oh.
So that's how we do that.
I know even when my son's knocking on door to 25 now, and he would bring his friends over, and then my daughter is 19 now, but when she would bring her friends over, it was a constant, okay, I come home from work. All right, how many kids do I have here? What do I have to make for dinner? Okay, who's staying for dinner?
Right, who's
ideal? All right, well, with that many boys and in the house, who does most of the chores?
Actually, they do. They each have they rotate taking the dogs out because we have 2 dogs. So they rotate taking the dogs out, dishes.
So you have 2 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What other animals do you have?
That's it. We just have my husband has lizards, but they're not. I don't deal with that.
I don't deal with that. I don't either.
I don't do that.
Now, with them all being basically all school age, how are you dealing with this pandemic? Now, are you doing it like homeschooled? Are they going back to school come
We don't know
August?
yet.
Oh,
So we have no clue what the district's doing yet. They haven't decided what they're doing yet. I've asked my kids because I feel like they should have a say in if they want to go back, or knowing that they'll probably have to wear a mask all day. And 3 of them don't want to go back. And then my oldest it's his first year at high school. So he's like, I'll wear a mask all day. I want out of this house. I want to go to school. So he will probably go if we have the option.
I just found out about a few hours ago. Unfortunately, I don't have any kids going to school. But what they're doing, even with our district here, is the first 2 weeks, they're online.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have letters from A to M or something, you go Monday and Tuesday, and you're online Wednesday. And then the rest of the alphabet goes Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, they've had talk of that, like certain kids going on certain days and then the rest being virtual. They've had talk of half days, like certain kids going AM, certain kids going PM. We just have no clue what's going on, which is frustrating because it is getting close. So,
And that would be hard for you as a parent, because you have to set up possibly daycare or homework time,
right?
in that aspect.
Yeah.
So they at least got to give you. I mean, this is already August. You would think that your kids go back at the end of August.
That or September. I don't even. Everything's up in the air right now. It's insane.
That's just crazy. Now, are they
my high schooler? He is doing football conditioning, but they have to stay 6 feet apart. So they don't even know if they're just exercising. They don't even know if they're gonna have a season or not. So
wow.
It's been difficult.
On a nice note, at least he's getting the exercise.
Right.
So
And
at
he
least
gets
you're
out
getting
and
that
gets to see.
aspect. Because my son was a football player too, so they started in the beginning of August, they were conditioning, and then by the time that the school started, and they had to go to the schools and then go to the games, then they were already ready. But who's to say what they're going to really do now?
Right.
That's just.
It's nuts.
It does. And unfortunately, we don't even know how they're really going to end this.
Yeah.
So now, even with all this, working with your kids in the schools, now, do you have a day job too?
I did. And I did in-home healthcare, and I worked between 40 hours a week up to 80 hours a week some weeks. So, until I actually got COVID. So I was out. And so yeah, I haven't gone back. So I don't know if I'm gonna go back or not. It depends what the school situation is. Thankfully, I have this business that I don't have to really worry about going back. So I'm thankful for that.
Wow.
So I'm not really stressed about it. But I do love my patients. So
Are you feel okay though? And then they're like, okay, well, don't worry about your job.
I'm still on hold.
Oh, I'm so done.
Yeah, my doctor actually kept me out till the end of July. So, because I got sick in May.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Even with my job, I was able to work from home.
Yeah.
So this is actually, we were in the office for the longest time. And then when COVID hit, they kind of like threw all of us at home. So it was not something that we had to do like, okay, well, you're going to go home and here's what you need to do. And here's what you need to do over here. No, it was, we need you to get you home. Here's your computer. Here's this. Go home. I'm like, huh,
They
okay.
did that. Yeah, they did that for a friend of mine. So it
Which
was.
the first month was a little rough. I ain't gonna lie, because coming from, you don't realize how much that you are doing just by going to work, just
Right.
by hearing outside voices and noises and everything. You might
Yeah.
not even be talking to people.
Right.
But then whenever you come into a house and a room that is your office to absolutely nothing, and
Right.
then you're thinking, oh my goodness, it's way too quiet in here.
Yeah.
For like the first month, I had my cell phone, because I had to use my cell phone to get into part of my my VPN and stuff. I literally had to put my radio on just so I can feel some, I can hear somebody. Not that
Yeah.
I like needed it, but that just kind of like kept me sane. But then once I got
Right.
used to that, I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. This home thing is really
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately,
Yeah.
they got rid of our overtime for a while, and then we're finally starting to slowly get it back. So, and that's even more convenient because I'm already home.
Right.
So, now you also do the side hustle, which is the pharmacy.
Yeah, pharmacy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you doing well with that too?
Yes, I have hit director for this is the 5th month in a row. So
wonderful.
And I have a team of over 200.
Wow,
So
that's wonderful.
It's been a long time. It's been like,
I'm sure.
I was with another company and I've been doing this like in the makeup part for 5 years. So it's taken me 5 years to consistently build to where I'm at today.
I know I've done a party like that many years ago. I don't even know if they're even still around, quite honest. And that's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, this is really even before the internet really was like a big thing.
Yeah.
So that you had to go into people's houses and you had to go do this and do that all in person. Where now you can actually do videos and lives, and there's all different things that you can do.
Yeah. I've been in network marketing now for like 15 years off and on. So I did do the in-home thing and stuff like that. So I love that we have Facebook now and we can all do it from our phone now.
Oh, that's even better. I think this is actually kind of cool in a way too. Mm-hmm. You know, where you might not be able to reach as many people, obviously, if you're going in houses, because obviously I wouldn't have met you, me being in Pennsylvania. You know, now you just broaden your horizons to even state to state.
Yeah.
Or maybe even over the country. I'm not sure if you can go overseas or not.
Yeah.
So that's actually really cool. So with that being said, what is your long-term goal? Like, do you want to stay with your, a job like in the healthcare, or did you want to go into more into building your own business?
I'm definitely building, and I'm definitely wanting to live life on my terms. That's my end goal, so that my kids don't have to worry about college and stuff like that. And that's what people don't understand is like this makes it a way for that. But I'll always be in the healthcare industry. I have a love for older people and taking care of other people. So I think I'll always like work, even if it's off and on or a little bit, I'll always be in that field too. So, but this just gives me, I want to do that on my own terms too, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I want to travel. Like I've always loved traveling, and give my kids a comfortable life. So I don't want them to go into college and be in debt when they get out, and have to work to pay that off. So if I can give that to them, then.
And that's going to get so much more expensive once they get older.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
and
my
that's,
oldest is already talking about a car, and I'm like,
I don't even get to the utility bill yet, and you're waiting for college. Yeah, yeah. But that's just one thing that I focused more now on, because now the kids are grown. Okay, what do I want to do? And you don't realize how difficult that question is
mm-hmm,
when you finally sit down. Okay, what do you want to do, and how do I get there?
right.
So now you and I are both like on the same page. We're kind of like building ourselves up to, okay, so once we get established, and once we get a good fan base, and we make extra money, and we got this, and we have a steady income coming in,
Mm-hmm,
then hey, we can go travel. Hey, I
mm-hmm.
don't mind going an RV and traveling somewhere, because
Yeah.
I'm all out for day trips anywhere, really.
I love mountains. That is where I love to go, is like the mountains and
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of nowhere.
I am good for. I'm not really. I will deal with the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a beach person, but I'll find, if you say, "Hey, let's go to the beach," okay, I'll go. And I may go to the beach one day,
Mm-hmm.
but I will find 14 other things to do.
Yeah.
I'll find like odd side attractions. I'll find different free things over here, and oh, well, check that out. Isn't that cool? And then I'll be a squirrel and come over here. But I'll make a whole day of it and not really be like at the beach, even though I'm kind of really at the beach.
Yeah.
So, in one of your videos, you mentioned that your car is broke.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
If you watch my lives, you know they're always around.
I got it. That doesn't even faze me anymore. So you mentioned that your car was broke. It's fixed now, right?
Yes. Well, I did get it fixed, and now it's leaking. So one day we're gonna go back.
Hey, I'll take it. And that's what I say is love simple wins right there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize
Like,
how
yes,
much you need your car.
Yes, it's fixed. And then I pulled back, and I was like, "There's fluid all over my driveway." So
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
it's okay.
But you know what? And that's that prime example of love simple wins. Like, you may have a car and you may not go anywhere for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then your car is broke, but you will find 14 things to do in that same week, even though you may or may not need to go, but
Right.
you know that your car is broke.
Exactly.
And now you want to go. So now getting that car fixed, it's like, yay, I'm so excited.
Right.
I don't want to go anywhere now. Nope, not at all. All right. So let's get down to the fun stuff here. So what do you like to do for fun?
Makeup. Honestly, my business, it's kind of my outlet. So I was really in a dark place about 2 years ago, and I was 200 pounds, really depressed, anxious all the time. Like, I was miserable, but this has kind of like brought me out of it.
Good.
And personal development, like, I swear by it. It's done wonders for me. So yeah, that's kind of my outlet. And then shopping. I love shopping. So if you follow me, you know I always get packages, and I'm always opening them for everyone. So,
I've learned, I don't know if this is like a lesser of two evils, I'm not sure, but I am not a big fan of clothes shopping whatsoever. But you put me in the middle of a grocery store, I will find 15 things that I need in my house.
Amazon is my guilty pleasure.
Well, with that being said, I thought, okay, I'm going to stay out of the store. Right?
Right.
Wrong. Because then you have Amazon. And you have it. It's a click of your hand here.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm like, oh, well, we use this every month. Let's do subscribe save. Let's do this. Hey, you need this. All right. Well, let me just look it up and let me see what kind of price I can get here.
Right.
That's just as bad.
It is. It's really bad.
But I never hit Walmart. I never hit the grocery store as much anymore. So I guess that's a plus.
Right.
But Amazon and eBay and everything else is my bad
And I'm
part.
a homebody, so I don't like going out. So it's like, it's kind of bad because I'm like, yes, I'm going to save all this money. No.
No, you don't. You don't. Not at all. No.
That and ClickList.
Mm-mm.
ClickList at Kroger is my jam.
Yeah. I thought I would too. And then I even thought to the point where even before I was working from home, we didn't have cable here. We didn't have internet here at the house. And that was actually just our preference because, hey, you know what? The internet that I did use, I used off my phone. So it really wasn't a big deal. Well, then I needed internet for my job. So I thought, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just get cable here because I can put that in that triple play package and we'll have everything good. But that amount that I'm spending for cable and internet and everything is basically the same amount I'm spending a month in gas to go back and forth. So that really didn't save me much. The only thing that kind of really saved me was I'm just on my way home. Here, let me stop at this store real quick. Oh, wait, I'll grab dinner. And so you're going to hit the, 14 fast food places. Of course, not all in one day. But I'll just hit that fast food place on the way home. And you don't realize that $20 here, $20 here, $50 here. That all adds up whenever you're like in your bank account. You're like, well, what happened?
Right. I do it all the time.
I'm still trying to figure this out, though. So I'm just going to ask this question. So can you think of anything you can tell like the audience that maybe tips of help of a positive and encouraging life?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So can you think of anything you can tell the audience that you can maybe have tips, what you used to have a positive and encouraging life? I know whenever I met you, you were, well, no, you still are, obviously. You're like really down to earth and you have a great personality and you inspire a lot of people and you help each other. You help other people. I've seen you have different videos on where you're doing face masks of people that gave them to you. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like I don't even wear a face mask, let alone somebody gives me a face mask.
Right.
But you want them to do this for other people. And that's besides the makeup part, like that's what I saw in you. And that's wonderful. And that's a great aspect to have. So I was just thinking maybe if you had like any types of tips or anything that kind of say that, this is how I am. So this is how I want the world to be, I guess, in a way.
I just like when I do stuff like that, I see other women working their butts off and trying to find, because this is how their kids go to dance or whatever. So I do have a lot of people that come to me and say, hey, would you review this for me? And I'm like, sure, no problem. So I do. I make a fool of myself on live, but I'm honest. I say if I like it or if I don't. So they know before they send me anything, I'm going to be honest. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell them I don't like it. But I do. I want to support other women because there's so many women that tear each other down, and there's so much negativity out there right now, especially right now with this pandemic and then the riots and stuff that were going on or still, I don't know, I don't watch the news, but I just feel like there needs to be light, so if I can be a little bit of light for other people, just scrolling through, then that's what I want to do. So, and I wasn't this person before. I used to be very angry all the time and miserable and like I felt broken. So personal development really, really saved me. So, and then I just want to share that with other people.
And that's the thing, like being angry and being hateful and being, negative all the time, that's a lot of energy.
It is.
Like, you know what? If you want to have a conversation with me, hey, let's go have a conversation. Let's have a beer. Let's have a pop. If you want to talk about something, you have a problem, come over here. We'll have a conversation. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Why have to say hateful things to each other? Or why? Okay, yes, you're angry. You're maybe not angry at me. You're angry at the situation. How can we fix this?
Right. And I felt like I didn't have a purpose before. Like, I felt like my purpose was just to be a wife and a mom. And that's not what our purpose is here is. It's just to be a wife and a mom. We all have a story to share. We all have something to say. And our story would help other people. And a lot of people are scared to talk about things. Like, I openly talked about my rape and abuse when I was a teenager. And, my mom passing away and stuff, that was a hush-hush subject for a long time.
Right.
And I feel like, I was with my old company to learn how to open up and speak about that and help other people. And the messages I get, of, hey, this is what happened to me. I never talked about it. I've never said anything, and people going to the retreat that I had found for free. It's like, it's all worth it. So as hurtful as it is to like bring it up and hard and uncomfortable, I helped other people. So, and we all have that. We all have something to give, and we don't use our voice. We need to learn, like, as women and men, use your voice and help other people. It will make you feel better, and it will help other people too. So
absolutely.
People are just scared to do that. And it is scary to be vulnerable, but I've learned that along the way. And so that just makes it all worth it for me and makes me want to keep doing it more.
And I think that's a lot of it. A lot of people feel weak or, as you said, vulnerable, that they don't want to bring out what's hurting them or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's how you mend, or that's how you can get past it. Not that you're going to forgive, not that you're going to forget, but hey, you know what? Okay, I understand that this is difficult for you. How can we figure out a way of maybe fixing it or get past it? Or we have to move on, because unfortunately, you have one life to live, and you hopefully got to make it as positive one at best.
And your past doesn't define you. So whatever you went through, it doesn't define who you are. So
and it doesn't. No, not at all.
So, and that's what, I hope to. And I'm an open book. Like I said, if you follow me on Facebook, I talk about.
I do.
I talked about, when I was separated from my husband and me and the kids moved out. Like, I'm very open about what we're going through, because somebody out there is going through it and needs to know they're not alone.
Right. So. And that's a lot of it. Like, a lot of people think that they're alone. Oh, okay, well, I have this situation and nobody's been through this. Well, a lot of people have been through it, and we've mustered through the anxiety, the I don't want to say torture, because torture was such an awful word, but we went through that torture stage and we made ourselves better.
Yeah.
So, and that's why we have to try to say, hey, look, we did it. So can you?
Yeah. And my son, he's almost 13. He's even come live and done a live about, he has high functioning autism, and he's come live and he was really nervous. He saw another girl with a disability who went live that I met through Facebook, and it inspired him. He said, I want to do it too. So
wonderful.
It's a good thing. Like, I think network marketing is a very good thing, and it has a lot of positives in it.
And that's, we just have to stay positive and just try to get out there. And hey, if you can go out there and try to be, I'm not saying us personally, but if you can go out there and be protesters, and you can do this and you can do that, why can't we spread the positively? Positive, like notes and
exactly.
I guess you want to call it. All right. So anyway, is there anything else that you would like to add into here?
Nope, that's it. I just, like I swear by, being positive and sharing your story. If you have something to share it. And if you've been thinking, like, especially now, and I say it all the time in my lives, if you are out of work and like the $600 is gone now and people are freaking out, like, it's scary time. But I believe, like, when something is scary, like, find something you're passionate about and go for it. You know what I mean? If you've been thinking about doing something, whatever, with online or anything, go for it. Don't be afraid to take a chance on yourself, because you deserve it.
And I think that is really a good subject and I think I may even do another video on that. But I know even with me, I actually am a writer. So this was actually what started this whole YouTube thing. I'm actually in the process of writing a book. So when I started doing Susie J. Cobwebs on Facebook, I've started that 4 years ago, and I have over like 7,000 followers. I thought, oh my goodness, how could this happen? So then I was like, okay, well, I want more, and so then you start going on Instagram, and then I kept saying that I wanted to go on YouTube. And I mean, I would watch you and you would be on Facebook Live and you'd be doing this and doing that. And I was like, well, how is she doing this? And why is she doing this? And why can't I do that?
You can.
So finally I told myself, okay, fine. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to set it up. I want this, this is how I want it done. The first video, let me tell you, was a little rough. But as you keep going, like you get better and you get more comfortable and you see what else you can do out there to be more creative, to be more positive. And so things do get better.
Yeah. And that's what I tell my girls. Like, my first live was a ish show. Like, I'm not kidding. It was bad. And I was scared. I was like, we didn't have Facebook Live, so we had to do pre-recorded videos. Not joking, I did that thing like 50 times. And
oh no.
I did not. I was terrified. And I'd never done it before, but when you do it and you keep doing it, it gets so much easier and it gets better. Now I throw stuff. I drop my brushes all the time. Like, kids are screaming, running around naked.
Kids are screaming.
You never know how you're going to get on my life. But that's okay, because we're relatable. So
I even chuckled over the one video you did was you were making something healthy. It was like squash boats or
zucchini boats.
Zucchini boats. And you were like, yeah, I don't even know if the kids will eat this, but I'm making it anyway. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I guess if they're hungry enough, they will.
And I made them try it.
I thought that was really cool. That was really cool. I just sat there and I laughed to myself because I've done that. I wanted to make something and then you kind of look back and you're like, well, who's going to eat this? Because nobody likes this.
They have to try it.
They have to try it. Alrighty. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on here. Now you have a new avenue now. You can go on YouTube. So anyway,
I've actually been told a lot to go on YouTube, and I was like, I don't know, but it's that fear. Fear is a lie, and it totally has a bunch of lies. So maybe I
would say it's.
Well, my husband has a YouTube channel.
I've never done Facebook Live videos actually, but like these are just. I'm sure it's just the same. I mean, you may have to do a little bit more editing. I mean, those are live versus, this is still.
My husband has a YouTube channel and figured all that out. So I'm sure he would do it. I mean, he's taken over my ring light.
Oh, well, hey, that works. That works.
I'm rubbing off on him now.
I'm still learning. Anything that I want to say, okay, I want to try to learn how to do this. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to have to YouTube how to do this on YouTube.
Right.
But that's how a lot of people learn. And and I've self-taught myself this far.
That's how I learned how to do my makeup. YouTube.
Baby steps.
Right.
Baby steps. Yeah. I did makeup, I'd say 15 or so years ago. It was that teenager where I wanted to be older type deal.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I'm like, oh, that's way too much effort. But then I thought, oh, okay, well, I had a job at that time that I could wear a ponytail. So if I can wear a ponytail, then why do I need makeup?
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. Then I just kept it that way.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that works.
Me and my friend was talking about like when we were sneaking makeup out of the house and doing it on the bus on our way to school because we weren't allowed to wear it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the pictures. We're like, we didn't know how to blend. We didn't know anything. Like, we looked like train wrecks. White eyeshadow.
Yeah. That's. Although, I'm good for just being like a t-shirt and jeans type of girl.
Yeah.
And I'm really content with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just up until probably, I'll say 6 months ago. Hey, look, I'm getting into the dress shirts here. This is baby steps for me here.
See, my lives, I wear shirts like this and like pajama pants on the bottom. You don't see them. You don't even know it's on. So sometimes I don't even wear pants like on my lives. Like it just depends on but you don't know. So it's okay.
Yep. I can't really say too much. I mean, I got a nice shirt on now. I do got jeans on today, but I can't guarantee any other YouTube channels or when I'm working from home what I'm having on because
exactly
we're not going to go in there.
It's okay though.
But that's okay because as long as you can say that I look presentable here,
right?
It doesn't matter what I have down below.
Right.
All righty. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you like any of these videos, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. And I will talk to you later. Love you bunches.
Bye.
Bye.